no love. Lifted me, and I know Jaja, yeah, set me free.
Hi guys, it's your girl Miss Chinchilla. Welcome back to my channel. So today's setup is a bit different. I'm sitting on the floor. I just came home from work, and ever since today I came to a decision to do a video about this because I think there's a lot of people who have experienced something like this, or if you haven't experienced anything like this, it's something that you are basically supposed to be aware of. I want to be able to say what I have to say and be as honest, be as clear, and be as precise as possible. And let me just say this: the world doesn't owe me anything, it doesn't owe us anything, and majority of the people on here probably will not care about what I'm about to say, but I created a YouTube in order to express myself. So it's not a big deal for me if you like what I'm about to say, or if you dislike, or if you agree. That's not what I'm doing this video for. I'm doing this video for me. And someone, well, my mom, she had suggested not to do it. And I think it's basically because she wanted to protect me, you know. And I was listening to Bob, and it kind of helped me to kind of calm my spirit because I was so upset. And Bob said that you have a mind of your own. We have a mind of our own. So in any instance in life where you probably feel like, oh, this person's opinion matters, or it shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter what a person's opinion is about on how you should react to a certain thing. It's about you. It's about what you feel. And I think I'm straying from the point. But basically I'm saying we all have a mind of our own. So we're going to do what we want to do regardless of the thousands and the hundreds of opinions that we get. Where I'm from is Jamaica, right? And Jamaica is about classism. Classism meaning that rich, in between, poor. So we aren't focused on racism. It's not really in our culture to be focused on racism. We are more focused on rich or the poor, stuff like that. That's what we focus on in my country. So you know, when I came to America, and I hear sometimes people talk about racism, and black people talk about their different experiences with America and the issues that they face. I was saying that it was all in the head, to be honest, because like I said, it's not like I grew up in the era where slavery existed. So it wasn't a part of my life. Going to school, doing history, going to college, how I learned about slavery and what it entails. And we're mainly focused on European history. So we knew about European slavery, but we weren't so focused on slavery in America. So to be honest, I was very ignorant to the fact, and I think that's why I was so caught up in, why are they acting like this? Like, let it go. Slavery was abolished how many years ago? It's all in your head and blah blah blah. But these people were actually facing a real reality. And for me, who was ignorant to the fact of thinking that I had an opinion of what these people were going through, was just ignorance. Plain, blatant ignorance. And I take full responsibility for that because it does exist, but that's not even the point right now. That's not even where I'm trying to touch. What I'm trying to touch is where you can't know how a person feels until you actually experience it. Like, I'm telling you. And hear people talk about how they had to fight and how, you know, they had to, what they had to go through in order to be where they're at. And then you see people talking about racism and how it still exists, you know, stuff like that. And like I said, I wouldn't think in my head that it exists, because it's not affecting me. And I think that's one of the reasons why I wasn't really so happy about the Black Lives Matter movement. I didn't see it as something that was affecting me. Let me tell you when these things start affecting me. When people started to call me Black American or African American. No, I'm not African American. I'm not Black American, I'm Jamaican. And you could have explained that to white people 10,000 times. It will not stick. And I'm telling you based off of experience, it will not stick. No matter how many times I explain to people, I'm from Jamaica, I'm from the Caribbean, not people, white people. I'm from Jamaica, I'm from the Caribbean. Americans or Black Americans were born here. I wasn't born here, so I'm not American. You could have explained it till your face blew. You're black in America, and that is your freaking reality. Okay? They don't see Jamaicans, they don't see Bajans, they don't see Asians, they see black. And if you're black and you're in America, you are Black American or you're African American. That's how they see it. So today I had a real experience of being black in America. And it didn't feel good. I cried about it. I spoke about it. And I'm still thinking about it because it's a reality. And it's so crazy that the world is made up of, we are different because our complexion is different. People are just people. But you're frightened to see how many people don't think that way. Them honestly just see color. And I'm the type of person where I don't see color. I see people. And I deal with everyone accordingly. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how rich you are or poor you are. People are people. And it's just messed up that not everyone thinks the same way as you do. And you have to accept it. You know, you're forced to accept it. And that's why I'm making this video right now, because I'm thinking to myself, like, we can't keep sweeping stuff like this under the rug. It's real and it's reality, you know. And for someone like me, I wasn't really exposed to it until now. Moving here, I am now exposed to it, because I'm not gonna say moving here I was exposed to it, because I wasn't exposed to it immediately. I was ignorant to it. I used to pretend like it doesn't exist until today it really happened. And I'm saying to you that it does exist. And if you're black in America, you get treated as such by these white people. And my aunt said to me today, people operate out of love or they operate out of fear. And why do you think the police here kill the black men so quickly? It's out of fear, you know, because I guess they somewhat feel threatened. Black people aren't quiet anymore. Social media is letting you be aware of what's happening around the world, in your communities. People are speaking up, you know. People are relating these different experiences and these different messages, so people can honestly see that we have a reason why we are like this. You don't like us. You smile at us and you give us compliments, but deep within, all you see is this, the color of our skin. And we have to actually work harder to get where we want to be. And even though it was happening, it's even worse now where your president is racist. And this is where the segregation is beginning to come into play again, because when someone isn't educated and they are teaching other people who aren't really educated, guess what's going to happen? People are going to be brainwashed into thinking that that's the right way. I don't have conversations about politics and I don't have conversations about religion. Those are two of the biggest segregation in our world. Fighting a losing battle already. It makes no sense to even try to communicate to a person who is already set in their way. This is how I see you, and this is how I'm going to take you. You're violent, you're black, you're loud, you're aggressive. You still have slavery on your mind, so as soon as you see a white person, you will want to kill us. So they're intimidated and they don't know how to react. And I think that's what it is. They're not operating out of love, they're operating out of fear. And you know, people like to say, oh, what someone says to you, it doesn't even matter unless them touch you. Fuckery. If somebody hit me, trust me, that will wear off. But if someone says something to me that really hurt my spirit and my soul, it will constantly play in my head for years to come. So people have to, I guess, I'm not going to tell anyone to be careful of their words. I'm glad this happened. I'm glad this person said what they said to me, and I'm glad I experienced it, because it's now an eye opener for me, and I can honestly speak on it because I felt it, you know. And I asked for an apology and I still didn't get the apology, because guess what? This person think it was just a conversation and we disagreed. They didn't think that their statements that came out of their mouth was racist, and they are set in their way of thinking. And what am I supposed to do? I can't force anyone to apologize, but what I can do is cool you and let you know that your president is racist. You don't belong in America just as much as I don't belong in America. You could be Chinese, Indian, white, black, yellow, pink, blue. This land belongs to the Native Americans. So at the end of the day, none of we no belong here. This a capture land too. You understand? So I think that people have this whole thing in their head like they're entitled. People think that, you know, the blacks in America feel like they're owed something. Fuck yes, they're owed something. I know, understand why they behave like they're owed something, because they had to deal with white supremacy for years, and still, as of today, are still dealing with it. So they're owed, you know. Hopefully what I'm saying is coming across the right way, because like honestly, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus either. I'm not here to bash anyone to feel better about myself. I'm just here to speak about my experience and what I went through. And I'm not going to take the energy on, but at the end of the day, I have feelings and I have to recognize these feelings in order to elevate and in order to grow as a person. And I just want the world to understand that it's not about color, it's about people. You were in a colder climate than me, so you have a lighter complexion than I have. I was in a sunnier environment than you, so I'm a bit darker. But at the end of the day, when we all come together, we're people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color of your skin. I don't think it should matter. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, a Jew. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim. It shouldn't matter. Deal with people accordingly, you know. Don't pretend like you think in your head because of the color of my skin I'm better off than you. or because the color of my skin, I'm being treated differently than you. Your God is the right God and my God is the wrong God. God are God and people are people. And no matter how the president try, no matter how he want try iron, at the end of the day, there's only one rule and it's the king. And we all know who the king is. The one who is responsible for you and I, who made us. Who made the white, who made the black, who made the Chinese, who made the brown, who made the Indians, who made the thieves, who made the doctors, who made the lawyers. He is the real king and he is responsible and he has the last say, regardless of whatever we think. It doesn't matter how much money you have, okay? Or it doesn't matter how much power that you think you have. It can still be taken away from you, sweetheart, okay? Because you bleed blood. You bleed blood. And your life can be snatched away just as easy as mine can. I'm saying this because that's where the segregation is coming into play again. Racism is alive again because of when a president want to put in power right now. And let me just say this. President Obama was one of the best presidents that ever walked this earth. Bill Clinton, those presidents were like some of the best presidents that ever walked this earth. Your responsibility should be about people, not segregating them. Why do you think you own America? Because you're the president? Okay. So, I mean, I think I've said all that I needed to say. Well, at least I tried to get my point across. I thought I was going to cry during this video, but I didn't. So thank God. Like Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. You don't need to put down anyone to prove a point or to feel better about yourself. And white people, you do not have to be scared of a black person. They're not going to rob you. Not all of us are thieves. Not all of us are murderers. Why do you fear us? Why do you fear us? Because he can't control us anymore? Yeah, that's why slavery began it. Because I know it's a fear. So they feel like, okay, I have to control you to not feel scared anymore. It's fair. But, I'm gonna go now. Because I think I've said all that I needed to say. So yeah, until next time guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Break up chains. Yeah. Set the captives free. Love breaks the chains. Set the captives free. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So if there was nothing